Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience. My name is Earl O, and tonight is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. You landed on that mothership. We're here from AEW Dynamite. Dynamite is coming to you tonight here on TBS. We also have the state of the Tony Khan address, and we're going to deal with that tonight as well. So we've got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to do, and that's all happening right now here on the Hardcore Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's telecast. And thank you. And sit back and enjoy the ride of AEW Dynamite.
You've landed on the Logo ship. Welcome to Planet Experience. Welcome to the Wrestling Experience.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even on ladies and gentlemen. No, ladies and gentlemen, no. Ladies and gentlemen, she's with us on Monday night. She's here with us every day. And she does a fabulous job of what she does. She's part of the Hardcore Sports, and we can't do anything without her. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the one and the only Martina. Martina, welcome to
Hello.
AEW Dynamite.
Hello. Welcome. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you, Martina, and thank you so much for your time and energy. We want to thank you for coming out tonight for this Dynamite. And of course, we're going to sit back and enjoy the State of Tony Khan address. We're going to do that tonight as well. We're going to take this little, it should be a good, interesting show. And what I have to say about Mr. Tony Khan and why I believe he is the wrong fit to run AEW. The wrong fit. So we're going to talk about that and so much more tonight. Nick will be here momentarily. He should be here momentarily. And he's going to be coming in, and we're going to have him here on Dynamite. But, Martina, what are we looking for in this Dynamite tonight? What are you looking for?
Great question. I am very curious to see what Tony Khan is. First of all, sorry, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I realized my mic was up there. Definitely looking forward to hearing what exactly Tony Khan is going to be talking about. Definitely curious to see what MJF is going to be talking about, since this will be the first time we've heard from him since he came back at Double or Nothing. And I'm just curious to see what the overall vibe of this show is going to be, because over the last week there's been so much that's gone on, and then today they announced that Will Ospreay is going to be taking a break soon, so I'm curious to see what lies ahead.
Yeah, as we get closer and closer to the Forbidden Door. The Forbidden Door will happen in just 3 weeks from now on the 30th of June. We're going to have that telecast at 7:50 Eastern Time on Sunday night. And of course, we're gonna bring you the Forbidden Door #3. And I'm going to assume, Martina, you're going to join us again for that telecast. You're going to join us on June 30th. Okay, good.
Thank you for the invitation. Okay. I would love
to. Yes. You know Martina. It's not a party without Martina. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Nick is here. Let's add him to the screen.
What's going on?
Hey Nick, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you guys?
Hey. Good. It's never a Wednesday without Nick, Martina, and Earl, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not lawyers. We're passionate wrestling fans. And you're watching Dynamite. And oh boy, Nick, I'm gonna tell you something. This Tony Khan address. Oh geez. Mr. Khan is not the right fit for this job. And I'm gonna tell you why. I have some evidence. And I'll tell you this much: this guy, Tony Khan. I think the elevator is still in the basement with this man. He has lost its sense of reality. He just does not know how to run a wrestling organization. Um, we're gonna discuss it in length, and I want my panelists' opinion on it because this latest quote that I have from Tony Khan is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh Lord.
It's another yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, just when you think Tony Khan couldn't get any better, it just
Like, what did he do this time?
oh, you're gonna hear the quote. Trust me, you're gonna hear the quote. Um,
Look at what
uh,
Brandon said. He agrees with you. He
Brother-
said Tony Khan be impeached.
he should be. He should be. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna discuss that tonight. We will. We will. Trust me.
Hey Jeffrey,
Um,
hello
but
chat.
So, Nick, let me ask you a question. What are you looking forward to tonight, Dynamite?
MJF. That's it.
Okay. All right.
MJF. Point blank. Period. And of course, you cutting another fantastic promo on Tony Khan like you did on Monday night. When I got back. So, I'm not sure where it actually posted to. I don't know if I was on Martina's channel at the time when I was watching and clipped it. So I don't know if it's on your channel somewhere or something. But I was
Oh,
trying
I
to
saw the.
and download it
Yeah.
so that I can post it.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I saw you
I'll have
posted that.
I'll
Thank
have
you.
to go back and find it. Find Earl doing the one on Tony Khan so that I can just screen record it and post it that way. Because I posted the one where you said about the corset of Kinesia tape, and London was just cracked up. So I did get that posted to the
Oh,
to the.
we had so much fun on Monday night, even though the show was lackluster. The show was lackluster. However, the chat was not lackluster, and neither was we. So, um,
I'll take credit. I'll take some credit on that
yeah,
one.
yeah. Yes,
We
you did.
acknowledge
Yes, you
you.
did.
We acknowledge you.
Yeah, I acknowledge you, Nick. I acknowledge you because you were in the chat. I always acknowledge you.
That was
Even when last week when I was doing the I believe it was a SmackDown show, and Nick made the comment about me drinking the bubbly. Yeah. That was highly entertaining. That was really entertaining. That went over well on Twitter. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress.
y'all are so
I
funny.
just
Hey everybody. I see a lot of familiar faces. We got Tati,
yeah.
Brandon,
Oh,
Jeffrey.
Tati is here. Tati
Yep.
is here. Hi, Tati.
Chris.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Uh,
Thank you for being here.
this is a
Say some
first.
wild stuff. AEW gets boring. Well, you might switch out the word boring with head scratching and Tony Khan level booking that doesn't make any sense, and you'll be
Right.
good.
Yeah. Let's just hope tonight we don't get something that we're going to regret. Um.
Cross your fingers.
We're
Cross
NXT
your
going.
was
toes.
really good last night. The go home episode of NXT was really, really good. Before Battleground, Ethan Page officially signed. We got the championship
Okay.
match. Ethan Page and Trick Williams on Sunday night from the UFC Apex.
Oh nice.
Let me
Oh,
ask
that's
you
nice.
something. Yeah, let me ask you something. Nick. How many matches in total are we looking to play with on Sunday night?
That is a good question. Right now, I think it is. I want to say 4 or 5, maybe 6. I'm looking
Okay.
right now, but it's looking like it's going to be a really, really good card and a fun time for that watch along with Hunter and I. There's 6 matches.
Okay, so that's good. So, I'm going to be watching on Peacock. I'm going to be watching that on Peacock, and from time to time, I'll be going back and forth between Peacock and the street. So I'm gonna have the show on my tablet, and I'm gonna have you and Honor on my telephone. So I'll be popping into the chat and I'll say hello, and I will support as always, as a loyal soldier.
Yeah.
You know me, no problem. You know me, I'm a team player. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And Dynamite is on the air And let's go to TBS, shall
Get
we?
right into it, y'all. Right into it.
Walter's in here.
Oh, Walter, how are you? Thank you so much for your loyal soldier.
Hey, Walter. And hey,
And
Wesley. Oh, you're going to be in
and
North Carolina. Have fun.
we're kicking
That's
off with
awesome.
MJF. We're
That's
kicking it off with
I saw West Virginia won the super got into the super regional, but I haven't been really paying attention. But that's awesome. I have family down in West Virginia, so I'm a West Virginia fan.
Oh,
nice.
cool. My brother lives in Richmond.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh.
Josh is here. What's going on,
Oh,
Josh?
Oh, Josh, how are you? Hey, Josh, I did send you a private message. I did send you a message, so please read your message. Thank you. Um, MJF is in the ring, and let's see what he has to say. Dressing up like Triple H. He's our scumbag, says the audience. We're not really in Colorado. You're in Loveland, Colorado, which is outside of Denver. Mm. And MJF is back. Okay. He's doing that. He's doing the shop AEW.com promo.
I love the "he's our scumbag" chants, and then him saying
Yeah,
he's being looking a little red because we're in Colorado. That's hilarious.
right. Well, you know
Jeffrey,
that is above sea level.
the tan is bothering me. Jeffrey said, "Is Brandon never been happier to see a heel? He's our scumbag. What do you expect?"
Exactly. Um, by the way, MJF will be making his in-ring debut at the Forbidden Door. But who's his opponent? We have no idea. Mm. Oh, is he talking about Adam Cole? Oh, he's talking about Swerve Strickland? Oh, and they're throwing some truth bombs.
He might tell you a joke. He'll never tell you a lie.
Are you telling me there's a business mogul? Right.
He just said no one can afford a gym membership. Damn, that's
Oh,
Twitter saying that all the AEW roster are looking like they're not in wrestling superstar shape. Earl,
no.
Josh, reply to you. If there's a specific one that you want him for, let him know. He's super excited.
Okay, great. Thank you, Josh. Thank you so much for that comment, and I will pick the day for you. Thank you. And don't forget, Nick and Matt will be on the Wrestling Experience next Thursday. Nick and Matt, no, those are not lawyers. Those are passionate wrestling fans, and you're going to watch the Wrestling Experience. Yes. Okay, you ain't Cody Rhodes. He keeps mentioning Cody Rhodes. You're not Kenny Omega. Okay, so I think MJF wants a rematch for that title, and he wants Swerve Strickland. So I think that this is going to happen at the Forbidden Door. I believe that's what Tony Khan is cooking in the cook pot. British. Crooked teeth, yellow tails. So he calls Swerve Strickland's teeth British and crooked. You in the world, bro.
He's combining like 5 insults in one.
Right. Yes, true. Yep, that's true. Yep.
Silly
That's the
Billy, you
trick.
ain't the best in the world, bro. That killed me.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said he was combining like 5 insults in one.
Sorry, man. You have the audacity. You trying to smear my name? Okay, and then just got interrupted by Roosh. Roosh is coming out and he's gonna confront MJF. Why is Roosh out here? Well, Brandon, that's a great question. I don't know. Okay. Roosh is cutting a promo. Okay. MJF is gonna cook him. Watch.
Is this going to be another Jinder Mahal and Hook situation? Who the hell is
That's okay. Now he's talking to MJF in Spanish, and I have no idea what he just said.
Why would you interrupt MJF on the microphone? That's like walking into a lion's den with meat on you. Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah, Jeffrey. Good call. I'm gonna take your spot. You get the horns. Brandon Cutler's running the production.
He said it was bad when Tony Khan was running it. Now that the Elite is running it, it's even worse.
Uh oh. MJF said he don't give a S. Uh, You're making your bank account real dry. And every woman you slept with, oh snap. I said they took it too far to them, Jeff. Mm-hmm. A Nepo baby? What the heck is that?
Who is his father? A nepo baby is nepo is short for nepotism. Someone who like
Oh,
Northwest, for example, like Cody Rhodes, for example. Their parents
oh,
made them, and they're not really anything on their own. You know.
I'm not going there. Okay. Here's the problem, Ruth. I am the best. Uh-huh. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, Roosh and MJF are fighting in the ring, and they are going at it. They are going at it in the middle of the ring, and then here comes the agents and everybody trying to break this up, and security and MJF wants a piece of Roosh. Roosh wants a piece of MJF, and the referee. Oh, look out! And look out! The bell is ringing. The bell is ringing. Aubrey Edwards is in the ring, and she's trying to break it up. And all of the referees, MJF is not waiting. He is beating us still. He is beating us still out of Roosh here on Dynamite in Loveland, Colorado.
I
They're trying to separate these guys. They're trying to separate them. Let's pull apart. MJF wants a piece of Rouge. Rouge wants a piece of MJF. What's gonna happen here? Tony
Yeah, I think
Khan.
I was muting and turning my camera off so I could listen to MJF's promo because, like, who doesn't want to listen to
Oh,
that promo?
I apologize for that.
No, it's okay because I know that I'm behind, so I wanted to be able to hear like real time. But yeah, that I think Roosh and MJF at Forbidden Door is the way they're gonna go because Swerve already has it.
Oh,
I agree with what Brandon said. That's been my longtime gripe about AEW is that it appeals to current fans pretty much exclusively, even more specifically internet fans. What he said is true because everything is like one running joke. It's like an inside joke. And there's
right,
nothing wrong with like making references, but the way that everyone does their promos is like if you haven't been watching this whole time, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah,
And
right,
I agree. It's something that they need to work on. Like everyone says they need to appeal to casuals, but I think that's true because MJF gave a great promo, but I'm not gonna lie, half of what he was saying, you're like, if you weren't watching, you're not gonna know what he's talking about.
exactly.
So
right,
they
right.
could make it much better if they would like I don't know if they need to do more video packages or they need to do something to help people who don't watch regularly understand what's going on.
1000%.
Right. That's 1000% correct, Martina. But the problem is, Tony Khan won't address anything, and that's his biggest Achilles heel. When you don't address things, you're going to go by the wayside eventually, and you won't last long. Oh, don't wait, don't you worry. Tonight, Roger Strong and Swerve Strickland for the AEW title tonight on Dynamite. We're going to have the state of the Tony Khan address as soon as we go to commercial, and I'm going to bring out some evidence. By Woo Energy Drink, Ric Flair's Energy Drink, and here comes Orange Cassidy on Mitch Konsky's
I was
Dasty.
about to say, Mitch,
Orange,
your favorite. Are you in the comments, Mitch? Your hero is here.
That'll be the last time I work with Martina. Anyway,
Now it's all
Too
tropical
easy.
teach.
Orange Cassidy is on his way down. And that would be the last time I work with Nick. Anyway, Orange Cassidy. Orange
I know
Cassidy.
we got SmackDown on Friday.
It could be replaced. Anyway, Orange Cassidy is rolling in the ring. Don't forget, yes, speaking of SmackDown, me and Nick will present you Friday Night SmackDown this Friday on Fox. And there it is. And here comes Kyle O'Reilly.
Brandon.
Brendan, what is Brendan?
I have not tried it. Have y'all tried it?
No,
What?
I haven't even seen it in stores near me. I think you
Me
can only get it online or something, but it's made with like it's made with like mushrooms or something in it. I mean
Ew.
I'm not gonna even bother trying it. I'll stick to my Prime.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say I'm sorry. I had a Prime earlier. They're great. Regrettably.
I had the fruit punch one, and it was really good. I had the fruit punch one. It was yeah.
We need to invest and stop. Logan Paul, pay us. Run us our coins.
All right. And here comes Jay Lethal with Sanjay Dutt. As long as you don't bring out that Satnam Singh, please leave that in the back. Please, let's just leave that in the back. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see because, as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, Platinum Singers is green as never mind. Spread that worldwide, everyone on Twitter. Um, and
It
who
is.
else is coming on?
It
We're
is.
gonna have a fatal four way. Oh, and here comes
Josh said he likes Monster. You know, I have never had Monster. I know it's like the
Ray
OG.
Phoenix. Mm,
I've never tried it.
Oh,
Oh
mm.
wait.
Ray Phoenix is coming down for this fatal four way match.
I think
So
so.
this match, I think this match is gonna be good. We have a fatal four way. And we're gonna get a number one contender for the international title.
Hmm.
I'm
The
definitely in my
international
prime.
champion.
That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, Liv
Yeah,
Morgan drank a prime energy and then went on to win the championship from Becky Lynch. So if that doesn't, I mean, Cody Rhodes signed it as a prime athlete and then won the main event of WrestleMania. So
right.
Patrick Mahomes
So,
signed prime, went on to win his third Super Bowl. I mean,
right,
numbers don't lie.
It's hard to
right.
argue that. Well,
And
C4 did keep Roman Reigns in it as champ for 1,316 days,
oh,
so it's pretty good too. Makes my skin crawl though.
mm,
It does.
I will salute Mr. Reigns in a different manner. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we
Roman
I agree
Reigns
with
should
you,
make
Wes.
his own energy drink and call it Acknowledge Energy. Now he would probably step into helping The Rock with
look
Zoa,
out.
which is also very
That's
good.
Oh, right. And Orange Cassidy now with a plunge of the both men and
I've never had Bang.
James.
it's good.
Oh,
It's good.
oh, and he swept the legs out.
I
And
see a future.
Kylo,
I was just gonna say I see a future episode where we can just taste test energy drink.
Oh, that would be
uh
fantastic.
and now he's sticking Orange Cassidy. He's sticking Orange Cassidy's hands in his pocket. It's Kyle O'Reilly. And what is he doing? And now Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, and he kicked down Orange Cassidy, and Orange Cassidy nipped up. Now he missed. And what a drop kick by Orange Cassidy. Now he nips up with his hands in his pocket. Ray Phoenix down from behind. And look out. Oh, what a miss. Oh, and he forearm shots to Orange Cassidy. What is this? What is this? Springboard down goes Orange Cassidy. The big arm drag from the top rope by Ray Phoenix. If you've never seen Ray Phoenix wrestle, you are in for a treat because this man does things that I shake my head at. I'm like, where did he come up with this? And get down, Sanjay Dutt. Get down, Sanjay Dutt. Get
The way
him
you
off
say
the
his
floor.
name. Thank you.
There you
Get
go.
The way, say it one more time. The way you say his name is so funny.
It's Sanjay
Who is
Dutt.
who is it?
Sanjay Dutt. Yeah. And look out, what is this? Oh, and look out, and look out, Ray Phoenix out with a question mark kick. Oh, they both kicked each other and all the way down. And the crowd is going apoplectic. They just love this fatal four way. They love it. They love it. Here. And now we're going to picture in picture. We are going to picture and picture.
What's his
Here
face?
on Dynamite. Yeah, well, that'll be the last time I work. Anyway, and we're watching a commercial with Mercedes Monet.
Hey everybody, while we're on a little commercial, don't forget to like on the way in, please. And don't forget to subscribe to the Hardcore Sports Network, subscribe to Sleeper Sports Media, which is Nick's channel, subscribe to Earl's channel, and subscribe to my channel too. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and yeah. And Kyle O'Reilly now is on the top rope. And what is this? Ray Phoenix now just pulled down. He just pulled him down off the top rope. Orange Cassidy's still on the top rope. And Ray Phoenix now, what is he doing? Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, what a shot in the gut. And he throws Kyle O'Reilly onto the arena floor. And now what is this? Ray Phoenix now is stalking Orange Cassidy. And what a jumping strike to Orange Cassidy. And what is this? Oh, Jay Lethal is in the ring. And what is this? Oh, from behind. And oh no. Oh, backbreaker. And down goes Ray Phoenix. Down goes Ray Phoenix. And now Orange Cassidy's still on the top rope. And he's just sitting there like the Statue of Liberty. And what is this now? Jay Lethal now. Are we gonna get a superplex? No. Orange Cassidy now shot to the gut. And what is this? Down goes Jay White. And look out, come on. Come on. Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt just interfered in the match. Oh, come on now. And down goes Orange Cassidy. Down goes Orange Cassidy, and he covers 1, 2. No, Orange Cassidy kicks out at 2. And, what a shot. And he goes 1, 2, no. And Kyle O'Reilly breaks up the count. And now Jay White tosses Kyle O'Reilly again onto the arena floor. He's been on the arena floor like Rembrandt. and Orange Cassidy now. What is this? What was that, Nick?
Jeffrey said beating Orange to a pulp. That's the list of incoming Earlisms. That's a good one.
Right. That's appreciate that, Grizzly. Yes, I'll try to put that in the cap. Yeah, we'll work with that. But I don't.
Commentary than Excalibur. Wesley said.
What was the Wesley said?
Earl is better at commentary than Excalibur.
Well, I'm not wearing a mask. So anyway, Kyle O'Reilly now. And look out. Is he going to make him tag? Is he? No. And those are not lawyers. Those are wrestling holds. And look out. And you are watching AEW Dynamite. And down he goes with the elbow. Down, all 4 men are down in the match. And Sanjay Dutt is going apoplectic on the floor. Whatever you do, referee, please toss this Sanjay Dutt out of here. Please take him to the back. Take this Dutt to the back, please. And please don't bring out that green as goose. Now, Satnam Singh, thank you so much. And look out now. Shane White now. What is this now? He's trying to give him the Ric Flair special. Here comes the figure 4.
Oh, boy.
Here comes the figure 4. And it's Orange Cassidy going to tie. Is Orange Cassidy going to tie? Is he going to tie? That's what he... okay. And don't forget we have an 8-man tag still to come. And it's the return of Will Yuta. And look out. And look out. No. Kyle O'Reilly now is... they both got submission holds. Now, which one is going to tag? Because we only need one person to be the number 1 contender. And Orange Cassidy just broke. Jay White from behind. And a chop block to Ray Phoenix by Jay White. And look out. He tried to give him a dragon screw. And he missed. Orange Cassidy now is hopping. And he's giving those weak kicks. Orange Cassidy giving those weak kicks. And look at Ray Phoenix now. And now it's broken up. Now we're back to square one. And Kyle O'Reilly, if Ray Phoenix just kicked Orange Cassidy out of the ring. And now Orange Cassidy's on the floor. And what is this? What is this going on here? What is this? And Orange Cassidy is on the floor. And Jay White now grabs Ray Phoenix and he's trying to get no, and he pushes him on the outside. And look at Orange Cassidy, no, he missed. And look out, tilt to world DDT spiked him on his head like a railroad spike. And look out, oh, what a kick! Oh, and a back kick, and look out, oh, and a Superman punch. And what is this now? Oh, and he throws Cassidy on the floor. Look out, Ray Phoenix comes back, and all of this action, all of this potpourri of action. Oh, and what a dragon screw! What a dragon screw! And, Orange Cassidy's eating. Orange
Look at what
Cassidy just.
Brennan said Aubrey might have excessive moments or excessive movements, but this ref moves like he's freshly embalmed.
Okay. And that is Rick Knox. That's Mr. Rick Knox. And look how, I mean, Rosa 1, 2, no. Oh, we got a winner. Oh, that was, who won? Oh, Ray Phoenix is your winner. Ray Phoenix is your winner here on Dynamite. Ray Phoenix is the number one contender, and now he will go after Will Ospreay, and that will happen next week right here on Dynamite. As you know, Will Ospreay is on break. He is on sabbatical, and he will be back in action next week here on Dynamite. And here comes Trent Beretta. Trent Beretta is coming down with his new manager. He's coming down with it.
Uncle Don, as Tati calls him.
Yeah, or as I like to call him, Mr. Wizard of Oz. There's no place like the locker room. There is no place like the locker room. Orange Cassidy's in the ring, and he's going to confront Trent Beretta. And no, Orange Cassidy says, no, okay, if you're going to get a chair, then I got a chain. So here's the thing that I want to know. Here's the thing I want to ask you guys. At the Forbidden Door, would you make this match a hardcore match between Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy?
I think it definitely needs a stipulation.
No.
Falls count anywhere, or like a steel cage, and you can
Statlander, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, Statlander is pleading with Orange Cassidy. Oh, wait a minute. Chris Statlander just nailed Orange Cassidy. She nailed Orange Cassidy. Chris Statlander just nailed. She just nailed Orange Cassidy.
And here comes Willow.
Here comes Willow. And here comes Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale.
They could do a mixed tag match. Willow and Orange Cassidy versus Statlander and Trent Beretta.
That's an interesting idea.
That is interesting.
But would you make it a no disqualification match?
I mean, if it's a mixed tag and then all four, because if there was a disqualification and interference, it would be with one of the two, either Statlander or Willow, to kind of even the odds in a sense. So if it's a mixed tag, everyone in the story is in action, so there shouldn't then be any shenanigans, as you would say.
That's true.
Oh, right. That is true. That is true. And here comes Chris Jericho, the boring Chris Jericho, the learning tree, the dried up tree. Remember, he's waving to the audience like he's the president of the United States. Thanks, driving. Hi, guys. And here comes Big Bill. Big Bill. And he has his new member with him.
Me too, Josh. I remember him from WCW too. That's where I was first introduced to Chris Jericho.
Yeah. So Big Bill has.
So your guys' branches on the learning tree extends real deep.
That's true.
Chris Jericho is down with his little learning tree posse. Big Bill, remember, used to be with Kraft. I mean, Ricky Starks. If you don't know why I call Ricky Starks Kraft, if you melt the cheese on a grilled cheese bread and it comes to a point like a triangle, that's his honker. That's Ricky Starks' honker. And ever since then, Nick said that he won't eat grilled cheese. Anyway,
Nah.
I'm sorry, Nick. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Joker looks like he's getting married.
Yes.
She carried him out in such a funny way. Like he jumped on her back like a little kid.
Here's the
All
pageant.
right. We are in commercial mode. And we'll be back with more of Dynamite if you keep it where it is. All right. All right, class. Come up to the television screens and of your computer screens. It's time for the Tony Khan State of Address. It's time for the Tony Khan State of Address. And this is going to be very interesting indeed. I have some evidence for you, ladies, why I think Tony Khan is the wrong fit to run AEW. All right. Evidence number one. Last Saturday night on Collision was the lowest. Listen to me carefully. This was the lowest attendance in AEW history. The show only drew under 3K. You heard me right. The show only drew under 3K. That's evidence number one. Evidence number two. If you remember back last month was Sting's retirement match, Tony Khan had a meeting with the Warner Brothers executive, and an undisclosed source said in the meeting, Tony Khan showed up in his pajamas to the meeting.
No. Tell me you're lying. Tell me you're joking.
No, I'm not lying. Tony Khan showed up in a sweatpants and a t-shirt that said "Born to Do It." Okay.
A whole millionaire.
All right. So that's evidence number two. Evidence number three. Tony Khan, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Khan compared WWE to Harvey Weinstein. Okay? Then Tony Khan comes out and he says, and I quote, running AEW during the NFL draft week was like the Boy Meets World episode where I pretend to be Corey doing a wrestling show and trying to date Topanga. That is evidence number four. Evidence number five.
Are you joking, Earl? Because this is just getting worse and worse.
I got more.
Oh, God.
I got more.
Good wait.
But wait, there's more. Frankie Zakarian said, and I quote, when I was in AEW, it was like the inmates run asylum. I had no idea who to turn to at this point because Tony Khan turned off his cell phone when people are in trouble. So Tony Khan didn't want to listen to anybody when you were in trouble. If you were in trouble, Tony Khan didn't want to hear it. He turned his cell phone off. All right, so that's evidence number five. Evidence number six. Tony Khan.
He's already dead. Shout out to the
Tony Khan, and he's supposed to debut in Des Moines, Iowa. The show so far is only sold under 2K. That is the worst ticket sales I have ever seen.
Is this for a Dynamite or a
Yes, it
Collision?
is. It
Okay.
is a Dynamite. It's under 2K.
Oh Lord. Hmm. Okay, I'm listening.
So, evidence number 7. Tony Khan called the people at Max and told them, hey, if you don't listen to me, there will be consequences if you don't listen to what I have to say. So Tony Khan is throwing his weight around towards people and telling them what to do. Oh, that's interesting, Tony Khan, because no one is listening to you anyway. So, guys, this
No one's
is
watching
all
the
of the
shows either.
evidence. No. And see that this is what I'm saying. This is the problem that I'm saying. This is the problem. This is the evidence that I have. He is the wrong fit for this company. And there's only one person who could run this company and turn this company around, and that is Scott Demore. AEW needs to hire Scott Demore and turn this company around because Tony Khan is he's putting this company in a big hole.
I have a question for you though. It
Yes,
sounds like Tony has a huge ego. Do you think that his ego would ever let him hire someone else? I don't think so.
I don't know, Martina. The problem is he doesn't listen. He
Yeah,
doesn't listen. All of these evidence that I'm telling you, this company is not going to last.
and that's
If
sad.
you,
That would be such a
and
shame.
here comes Mark Briscoe. It won't last.
And you can't help but to think about, I'm sure you guys know that the Who Killed WCW documentary, part 1 came out. And
Yep.
even though I didn't watch it yet, having lived and grown up watching WCW and being a wrestling fan all these years, I do see a lot of mistakes. Like you can't help but to see. I see you nodding, Nate. Like you can't help but to see there are some parallels, and not in a good way.
Yes. No, it's not. And the thing is, he won't address it. And that is just frustrating to me to no end. Aren't you tired of being an embarrassment to the wrestling company? How could you show up to a business meeting in a t-shirt and a sweatpants? Who does that? Who
As a
does
billionaire,
that?
I can't get over that. Like he could fly a tailor from anywhere in the world just for that one day if he wanted to. Like he could. I just don't understand having money and not dressing well. Like I really don't
And
understand.
and by the way, I forgot to add this point. I forgot to add this too. The last pay per view that the AEW did, the last pay per view that they had, Tony Khan showed up in a wrinkled suit.
He
His
did.
suit was wrinkled.
I know
His
Tati's
suit
gonna
was
have something to
wrinkled.
say about that because she was
His
going in on him.
wrinkled suit was, yeah.
I
So
know they got a
it's
stinger
just,
back then. I know they do.
That's what we were talking about the other night. When I said he's wrestling's Adam Sandler because of how he dresses.
Yes,
He needs
for
it's
cage
sure,
roll.
just,
for sure.
it's
That's
just,
absolutely fair.
and Brian Cage is in the ring with Mark Briscoe. We're getting underway, ladies, and with this TNT tournament. As you know,
2K
Adam
is
Copeland had what was that? I'm sorry, Nick. Go
2K is
ahead.
just playing with his toys, and soon he's going to stop playing with his new toys and stop playing with his new toys and move on. That makes me think of the meme with Andy from Toy Story, where he
Right.
throws Woody down and then goes to Buzz Lightyear. It's pretty much Tony Khan.
Oh my gosh.
Save
And then
AEW,
another thing.
WCW 2.0.
Yep.
Can't afford to buy a new suit.
No. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I'm embarrassed as a wrestling fan. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because this is. I mean, look. Okay, WWE is not perfect. I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they're not perfect, but they're selling out arenas. They are trying to create new stars. They're trying to give us something new and fresh for us to hang our hat on every week on television. So AEW is not doing that.
Brandon, as long as Shad Khan is throwing money into Tony's project and his shiny new toy, we'll always have AEW. It's just a matter of
Oh,
where it goes on TV wise.
Right. And I don't. I'm going to say this much: if I was an executive at Max and HBO, and he walked in sweatpants, I wouldn't have any business with him. I said this meeting is dead because I don't respect people like that. Everyone is dressed up in a suit. You just come just as you are. No, you don't do that. You
And
don't do that.
it makes me wonder, like, what is his end game here? Like, is he just, he's such a hard person to figure out. It's just hard to see, like, what's your end game? What is your goal? What are you hoping to do here? Because when you hear things like what you described, Earl, I'm like, are you even trying? Like, what are we doing? Are you trying to sabotage yourself? What are we doing here? What's going on?
And the thing is, you are right, Martina. But the thing is that what frustrates me is that all of these evidences in his face, and he refused to address it. You can't sell out arenas. You have to darken the arenas. It looks bad. And the fans keep posting these pictures on internet and showing how AEW is being exposed with their attendance. That's not good. That's not a good look.
Why do you
Mm.
think this is something I've thought about for months now? Why don't they just book smaller arenas? Wouldn't it be better to have a smaller venue packed to the brim rather than a huge arena with thousands of empty seats? Like, I don't
Exactly.
I
understand.
just, yeah, we've been saying this. We've been going back and forth with this for months, Martina. Even before you even got here, we
Mhm.
have been discussing this for months. We have been discussing this over and over. I have beaten this with a dead horse. I have said this that he needs a marketing team, he needs a live event team, and that is who you need to get those butts and seats. WWE has a very strong marketing and event team. Why do you think WrestleMania was so successful? Why do you think SummerSlam is going to be successful? Why do you think Money in the Bank is going to be successful? Because they have a live event team. That is what you need in that company, and he doesn't want to do it.
So as it stands, is the board or the leadership is just him and who? Him and I know the EVPs, but I guess him, the EVPs, and who?
That's I think that's it because they every
That's
time
about it.
they talk about Tony, they say owner, general manager, and CEO of
That's true.
AEW. So then
Right.
you had Cody and the Bucks and Kenny. So now Cody's not there. Brandy
Hmm.
was also in there with the title of something executive officer.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, you have the Young Bucks, which I mean, what really they really can't do anything besides what they're doing
Right.
in the ring and everything like that, and portraying them actually doing something. And
Right.
that's with Kenny. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you look at WWE's live events like house shows; they're selling out. Both like they went over to international tour and they did insane numbers that AEW can't do in a year. Like it's insane.
It's 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 it's
Which
it's,
is
it's embarrassing.
And the crazy thing about that though, it's like it's so crazy because everyone praises AEW for being the company that does work with other companies. Oh, they work with New Japan. Oh, they work with
They're the best wrestler.
CML. Right, right. If they work, like, isn't that kind of crazy that they're the ones with all these international connections? You would think they would be the ones selling out stadiums overseas because,
Yeah.
as we know, for years, WWE did not do any cross promotional. It was WWE forever, and they didn't
Right. Right.
work with New Japan or anything. So it's just like I said, I just can't understand this. Like, I don't know. It's got to. Of course, there's things we don't know, but I guess
Yeah,
what I'm saying is just from what we see, it's like what's not clicking. Like what? I don't know. What? Let me ask
Yeah.
y'all a question. What do you think? If you had to pick like one thing, like right off the top of your head, what do you think is one thing that Tony Khan could do like right now to fix things?
Well, first of all, like I said before, Martina, and I'm going to go back to this. In order for you to have a successful attendance, excuse me, I can't even get my words out. Um, in order for you to get in it, you have to get in a live event team. You need a live event team and you need a marketing team and you need to turn those numbers around because there's no streaming service. I'm going to tell you this, right? I'm being honest and I'm being serious. There is no streaming service out there that will not deal with a wrestling company that can't put butts in seats. If you can't sell out your arena from a pay per view to a television show, then you can't get a streaming deal, because how is the audience going to invest in that when they look on the TV and they look and they see on the internet on X and they see these empty arenas? How is that supposed to look? How is that supposed to look? How do you sell that? So one thing that needs to change is that you need to sit down and think and sit back and think. I need somebody to help me with this marketing and this life. We need to turn this ship around. Another thing too is that you have to do is don't turn your cell phone off when somebody's disgruntled. You need to sit down and have a team meeting with your organization and your talent. You don't want your talent to walk behind the door. You don't want the talent to walk behind you and go out of the door, because if the talent walks, your company's dead. Mm-mm.
That's true. I think that's a valid point. How about you, Nick? What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't they start up doing house shows for a minute, and then all of a sudden that just was done and over
That's
with.
right.
Yep. Yep.
Doing exactly that would be a start, and then like picking and choosing when and how they market. Like you guys were talking about it the other day about All In. They started talking about that in December, and now they haven't said anything about it. We're getting closer and closer to the event. They should be marketing that as their biggest event of the summer, like WWE does SummerSlam. Um,
Right.
Not banking on last year's attendance record of 81,000.
Right.
And then they picking and choosing who they work with.
Oh,
If
missile dropkick.
doing New Japan, like you said, the internet wrestling thing. Me, I've only been watching for 5 years. I don't care about New Japan. I don't watch New Japan. I half the guy, like the first time I watched Forbidden Door, didn't know who anyone was. Now I've learned, but I mean, Tony definitely got to swallow his pride, put his ego aside, and eventually it would be insane for both companies, WWE and AEW. Forbidden Door would have everyone turned on their head like instantly.
Absolutely.
I agree with that, Nick. I agree with you. Um, yeah, I think cross promotion would help, because maybe he can learn something from Triple H and the live event team. Maybe he can learn something.
They
Learn
do.
to they need to learn from other organizations and how to run it right. Because you can't sustain this like this. You can't
I
sustain this.
They cannot, and I'll say I have been saying this. Anyone in the chat, if you, I know like Brandon and Jeffrey have seen me say this, like my like OG followers. I have been saying for years now, about 4 years now, that and yes, I'm biased because I'm a mom, but they are going to have to be more child friendly. Now, I know people might say, no, they don't, but yes, you do. If you want to grow as a company, uh, wrestling is at some point there's going to be parents. They're going to bring their kids. What do? They buy their kids merch. Now, I'm not saying they need to turn into
Oh,
bullies or anything, but they need to be more family friendly. I think they're going to have, and this goes for a streaming deal too. They're going to have to tone it down some with these death matches and blood and stuff. There's a time and a place for it, but I
Yep.
think they're going to have to
oh,
cut back on that. They're going to have to get more family
oh,
friendly if they want to
true.
grow, because a lot of your casual fans are going to be parents who want to bring their kids, who want to watch with their kids. And again, kids sell merch. We all know John Cena is the OG of selling merch to the kids.
Bianca
Right.
Belair now.
Yes,
John Cena,
Right.
absolutely.
Bianca
Cody
Belair,
Rhodes. Yep.
Cody
Mark
Rhodes.
Briscoe is your winner here on Dynamite. He advances in the tournament. And there's Takeshita with Don Callis and then glitter shoes. There's no place like the locker room. There is no place like
I
follow the
think
yellow brick road. Follow the
I
yellow brick road. You know me.
Yeah, this one was another point that like CM Punk said
Yes.
in his interview, his sit down with Ariel Helwani back after when they showed the footage of All In, and CM Punk came on CM Punk came on, and then in the
Brandon.
next episode of Dynamite they showed the footage. I mean, everything Punk said was shown in that video. He said
Right.
Tony Khan was a clown. He said he quit, and it was shown Tony Khan, giant clown. And then same thing with what Frankie said.
yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Jeffrey.
mean to take the comment off.
Running the
Yes,
asylum.
Absolutely true. You're right about that. And like even things like that, sometimes now I understand you can't listen to everything people say. But
Yeah.
sometimes if everyone is telling you not to do something like with that footage, everybody, it was like unanimous, don't do it. Like online, on like, podcasts, pretty much everybody was saying like, don't do this. Do not do this. And he
But
did it.
he was doing that. But he was doing that. He was doing that to draw the audience in with that 8 month beef. And we've already established it. We've already established it already. We already talked about it, and it was not necessary for you to bring that out. That was just ridiculous. You did that because your ratings were slipping, and you tried everything in the book. You're throwing gum to a wall and see what sticks. You
That's
gotta
true.
stop with this yeah, you gotta stop with this 8 month beef. I'm tired of it. I've heard about it already. We talked about it. We've done it already. Been there, done that. We don't need to go there anymore. Hook is backstage with Samoa Joe.
I just
Who's
wanted
that?
to say
Hook.
I just wanted to say something too. Another point about the whole family thing that I just thought about. What are a lot of us always saying? We've been watching for X number of years. We've been watching
Yep.
since we were kids. Another point in
Mm,
being more family friendly is to get the next generation of fans interested. Like how many of us have been watching our entire lives? We watch with our parents, our grandparents, you know, on our own, and now we're watching with our own kids. Like it's like an investment in your future. So I think that's another piece too, because they've only been in business for 5 years, but if they were a little bit more family friendly, I mean, in 5 years, a kid could go from middle school to high school or high school to
Yep.
college, and eventually buy their own tickets. Does that make sense? Y'all see what I'm trying to
Yep.
say?
Yep.
yeah.
Absolutely. 1000%.
But I agree with you, Martin. But I think what AEW is trying to do here, they're trying to appeal to the hardcore fans, those
Yep.
fans who like ECW and all of that. That's why they do all that blood and guts and all that kind of stuff. But the problem is like as you said when you said it before and you said it brilliantly. There's a time and a place for everything. You don't need it all the time on television. You don't need it all the time on television. Some of the pay-per-views, okay, if you want to have a little cut here and a bloody, but don't over ramp it. Don't jam it down our throat with it. Don't jam it down our throat. It's okay to do it once in a while. Like when Moxley kept bleeding all over the place and every dynamite. We don't need to see that. We don't need to
Yeah.
see that. That's overused. That's overused. We don't need to see him busted open every time. We don't need to see that. It's not necessary. Just win the match clean. Just win the match clean and everything. Or I understand you like nefarious means. I understand that, but I have a little halo. I'm sorry, but anyway,
Well, hey, I like nefarious but bloodless though. If there is
right, 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 right. Just a little bit is okay. A little bit goes a long way. It's just almost like when you make meatloaf and you put the spices together, and a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot of flavor in the meatloaf. All you need is the golden touch on the golden tongue, and that's it. That's it. That's all
I
I'm
see.
saying.
I can definitely see where you're coming from, and I know before somebody hears this, like I said, I'm not saying turn this into Cocomelon, not saying turn this into Bluey. I'm not saying it needs to be all kids all the time, but I
Or
do.
Barney.
Or Barney, yes, and not only the kids, but like I said, the people who have kids, the moms, the dads, like I to me that's so obvious. I'm like, do y'all not like money? Are you kidding me? Their merch
He
sales
has
could go
enough of
be
it.
no, yeah, that's true.
That's what
That is
he's
true.
thinking. He
That's
has enough
true.
of it. He
That's a
can.
very fair point.
He's paying people to come sit in seats to fill up his home arena in Jacksonville. I mean,
I just
they
thought
were
about what you
doing.
said. Dang.
They had seat fillers for the last Dynamite in Jacksonville at Daly's place.
Now that
not
to
only
hear that
not
out
only
loud, that's
that.
unfortunate. That is really
Not only that, Nick, they did it for the three past collisions. Because as I said last Saturday, they only drew under 3K. That is terrible. And that arena holds 10,000.
Oh,
dang.
That's
30%.
sad.
Well, something
30%.
else.
Yeah.
Since we're on a commercial, this is something else that Tati mentioned on Saturday that was a very valid point. Out of everything you
Uh,
said, Earl, everything you said, Nick, like I think we all have very valid points. Tony, call us. We know what we're talking about over here. She
Yeah.
mentioned
Yeah.
Right. Like we know. She mentioned the fact that they don't have a performance center, and that's something else too that I always forget that could absolutely help
Mm-hmm.
as well. That's a big one. It's so many things I forget about
Yeah.
that one. I'm like, there's
Look
another
at
one.
look at Double or Nothing. The first 9 minutes of Double or Nothing, Will Ospreay got dumped from the side from the apron to the floor and landed weird on his neck. What did
Yeah,
everyone
because
say every time Jade Cargill wrestled?
right,
She looked sloppy, and that's where a lot of people got hurt because she was so new to
right,
wrestling, didn't have the time to
right,
actually train. I mean, they were doing AEW Dark or whatever, but that was just in a studio down in Orlando. Tony, go
right.
and take the Jags practice facility, build a performance center. It's not difficult. The UFC
Yeah,
has one. That's what the Apex
right.
pretty much.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
And they have
And if
money, just like you said. You have money.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you all assessment. Chris Jericho has interrupted 2.0. By the way,
Hey,
we want to
Joseph.
congratulate Angelo Parker for him and Ruby Soho are pregnant, as you all know.
Yeah, they got
Um,
married last week. Last week or the week.
yeah, week before last. And here comes the acclaim. The acclaim is coming down.
Joseph, don't be scared to make some comments. We've been seeing them. We've just been hitting and missing with the different comments in there. The chat's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
off. 31 people.
yeah. Yeah, Joseph, don't be afraid to make a comment. Your opinion matters. We do apologize for that, but everything is so fast and furious here tonight. And we wanted to get my opinion of my panelists and everyone else that's in the chat. So it's coming in the airport fast and furious, but we're gonna get to you. Don't worry. Nobody's left out here. And then the EVPs now are on the mic and they're on headsets.
That's a very good point, Brandon. What
No,
are they?
no, okay. The EVPs have cut the segment of the acclaim. They said, "Get out of here." The EVPs have canceled the acclaim's promo. So EVPs said, "Get out of here. Get out of our ring," and they are asking them to leave the ringside area. Wow!
Hey, Mr.
And
All Day.
the crowd is chanting, "BS, BS, BS."
Yeah, I mean, Brandon, like Ethan Page said on NXT last night, he came out and said he could have sat at home for 2 years and collected a check, but he chose to not do that and come to NXT. So, I mean, when talent disappears for months on end from TV, they they don't have the PC, they don't do the house shows, they just go and sit at home. So, if they
Right.
have a ring at home, they can do that, work on that, but then it's other than that, there's no option for it. So exactly.
Yep, that's right. And even if they are training on their own, like doing their own workouts and trainings and stuff, it's
Yep.
still not. Can't we just put that all under one roof? Wouldn't it make more sense to, compartmentalize that? Yeah, Brandon made a good point too. Yeah,
Okay.
CM Punk told us about this 2 years ago.
Right. So Swerve Strickland has the contract and he has signed it. So there will be a main event at the Forbidden Door. Swerve Strickland will be defending that title, and he did call out MJF. So it looks like he wants MJF to sign the contract too. So he wants to meet MJF at the Forbidden Door, which I kind of knew that was what the road that they were going to travel on.
But Will Ospreay is already the number one contender.
Well, I don't know what he's
Tony
talking
Khan
about.
said, "I got one more in me for clown decisions for booking wise."
Oh God.
That's what I was confused about that tournament anyway, because that's what I thought. I'm like, I see what you're doing, but I don't understand it. I'm like, I thought that was the whole reason. Never mind. Anyway,
Like, why
Swerve
would
carry on.
you
has.
made the casino gauntlet for Will Ospreay's title and then done
Uh,
MJF's work? Why?
well,
And Ospreay just won the title at Forbidden Door. Why are we getting champion versus champion? Is it because WWE did it at King and Queen of the Ring?
yes,
Winner,
Yes.
winner, winner. That's what I
Yeah.
said on Saturday too. They're like Cody
If
Allen,
I,
Grand Slam champion. That's what they're trying to do too. But
yeah.
why?
Um.
It was done there too.
Okay.
That's a bad thing to
Women.
copy. Why they copy the bad things?
Will Mercedes Monet will be at the Forbidden Door, and she's gonna take on the New Japan Strong Style champion.
That's going to be interesting. That again, that's
Yes,
similar to what
that's
we're
at the
going to
Forbidden Door.
See,
with Jordan Grace and Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, well, you know they had to counter with that. You know that's what they had to do. So, so that's gonna be
Swear
an
out.
interesting match. Swear's house. Come on, Nick. Do the Prince Nana. Do the Prince Nana.
Nah,
do the CEO dance.
nah.
We should do that as a viral video. All the members of the hardcore
Oh
do
no. Oh no.
the. Come on, Nick, do it,
That'd be
do
like
it,
the
do
Harlem
it,
Shake videos from years ago.
What'd you say?
Miami Heat doing the Harlem Shake in the locker room. Oh man,
do
Oh
it.
man.
So okay, that's a good idea, Nick. So we'll do the Mercedes Monet and the Harlem and we'll do it all
that's a
in the
Tony
same
Khan
video.
That's a Tony Khan level idea.
Your your fave Gio, what's trash? You said trash, what's
Yeah,
trash?
what's trash? What is trash? I don't know what
Can
that
we
means.
elaborate?
Can we elaborate? Who's um? And here comes title for title. So the match, so both titles are up for grabs. Both titles will be up for grabs at the Forbidden Door. Um, which we all know Mercedes Monet we all know that that's predictability because she's gonna win the match.
Moxley is boring.
Is
And
is
here comes the Combat Club.
Speaking of Moxley,
Yeah, and here comes Will Yuta.
yeah. He I uh, I don't know, man. I know people are huge fans of his, but for me, I think his bloodied past just makes me on pins and needles. Every time he comes out, I'm just like counting down the seconds till he's gonna bust
he's
open.
gonna get cut open because of all the scarring and whatnot. It doesn't take much for him to bleed. Like
Oh
at
God.
one
Well,
point,
I told this to Martina the last time we did a stream. He crossed his eyes and he's busted open. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
and when he was bleeding every week, it's like at that point you had a countdown of 3 minutes into the match and Moxley's bleeding. Like he
Yep.
bleeds quicker than McIntyre loses his title on a cash in at WrestleMania. Like I mean,
Oh boy! Oh,
Oh my God.
hold on one second. Hold on one second. I think McIntyre's calling me. Hello. Yeah, I can give you Nick's address. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, anyway, anyway. And Will Yuta is back on Dynamite. Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway. Anyway,
Yeah.
and Aubrey Edwards is your referee.
Daniel Braden's. Yeah, don't see him. I bet tonight.
Cheekies.
Right.
Cheekies. I can't see crap.
The game back and forth. It's great.
Oh my God. Moxley now. And they're going to take on the CMLL duo here. Oh, we're ready for this match. Now, unfortunately, everyone, I cannot pronounce these guys' names, so I don't speak Mexican. So please don't come back. Okay, so one is named Magnus, Rugo, and the other one I don't know. Okay.
We're gonna call them these fine folks because I too missed the names. So
Oh
these
yeah.
gentlemen making their way down to the.
Vlado. One is called Vlado Jr.
We're gonna call him V Junior.
Yeah.
Okay. These are some intimidating masks.
Yeah. Remember, you cannot take off a luchador's mask. It's disrespectful.
Right.
It is disrespectful to try to take the luchador mask off. They are very sacred in luchador wrestling. I love me some luchador wrestling. I don't know about anybody. Let me ask you all something. You guys ever saw a show called The Lucha Underground?
No, we've talked about this before though. I do remember you
Yeah.
guys talking about this before, and Josh was
You,
saying something last night on the show that we did before NXT. He said about WWE is missing a big market with like doing shows in Mexico, and Rey Mysterio just said he hopes one day they can do a PLE down there. And Josh was saying about if they brought the cruiserweight division back and you get more lucha style, high flying, quick, fast style of wrestling, have Ray, lead that, and then them do a show down in Mexico and get more do a tryout down there in Mexico like they do for the WrestleMania weeks and whatnot, and kind of rejuvenate the cruiserweight division with a mix of
right.
bringing more lucha to WWE.
Right. Um, if you all don't know what Lucha Underground was, even before Dynamite was even exist, even before Dynamite was even every Wednesday, I used to sit down and watch Lucha Underground. It was in this arena called the Aztec Arena, and it was held in California. And what it was luchador wrestling. And I'm telling you this, folks, it was highly entertaining. Very entertaining wrestling. You would be impressed. There was no blood. There was nothing. It was just pure wrestling. And Martina would like it because it was a lot of heels. It was a lot of heels. Yeah, yeah, you would have thrown roses at the TV because the heels were just the heels always used to try to prevail on the show with the luchadors, and sometimes the heels would have won. Like 75% of the time, the heels would have came over the baby faces. But it was a very entertaining show. I'm so sorry that they canceled it. I am so sorry they took that away. But it was a good show. Go back in the archives, look it up on YouTube, and go watch it. It was really really something to watch. And Castagnoli now as this gentleman, and Moxley almost took out his own teammate. And what? And Lano Jr. now. Oh, what a drop kick! And what a beautiful missile drop kick. And Aubrey Evans has lost control of the match as usual, as per usual. And yeah, she doesn't even know who the legal man is. So it's just whatever. It's just whatever. And Brian Danielson now. Oh, dancing goes down. What is this? Oh, 619. He gave us 619. 1, 2.
Oh,
Again,
that's
well, go
tape.
ahead.
I thought Danielson was bleeding all over the top of his neck. I was like, "Are you
No,
kidding me?"
that's
It's the tape.
no, that's cohesive. That's cohesive tape to the pain.
I was
And,
like, "Did that?"
Or
uh,
the Kanisha tape corset, or
right,
however
Tape
right.
you said
brace.
it. Like, oh my
And,
goodness, that
and
was
Will
so.
Yuta now. Will Yuta is in the ring. Oh, Nick, you're too much. And,
Oh,
and down goes Will Yuta. Don't forget, me and Nick will present to you Friday Night SmackDown this Friday on Fox. And oh,
Is it true?
and
Did I hear? Speaking of Lucha
oh,
Underground, did I hear that Karrion Cross used to be in Lucha Underground?
not that I remember. I don't remember. I
Austin
don't know if
Rabbit.
I ever saw him. No,
Am
I
I
don't think he was. No, I don't think so. I don't know.
okay? I thought
I
I read
don't know. I know he's on the island of Boring Sea. I know that. Anyway, Will
see,
Yuta.
that is acknowledged with your New York state. That's for
that.
sure.
Right, right, right.
Carrying Cross can go jump on a life raft and be out in the ocean of irrelevancy.
No, man. Oh, dang. That's a shame, man. The island of irrelevance.
Population U. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, I love it. And Will Yuta now. Will Yuta. And look at, oh, what a knee. And he covers one, two, no, that's just kick out at
Brian upgraded the colors of the tape, and it's not a full corset. Swerve and
I
AR
tell you,
Fox.
Swerving AR Fox. Oh, okay.
The only
Yeah,
watchable
look.
part of the show this evening were MJF in the first match. Swerve at everything else was unwatchable.
Oh well, I'm sorry for that, my friend. I'm so sorry about that. Who said that comment?
That's Joseph.
Joseph, thank you so much for your comment. Well, this match is not that bad, Joseph. I'm going to disagree with you. This match is not that bad. The only problem that I have with this match is that Aubrey Edwards is losing control of the match, and she's just all over the map, you know. And what is
Okay,
this now?
Jeffrey, that's what I was trying
Oh,
to. You're right. AAA. That's what it was. I'm like, I know Goodwill. I read
oh,
somewhere he was the White Rabbit.
oh,
Because remember when they were
oh,
doing the promos for Bray Wyatt a couple years ago with all the QR codes back then? I
right,
remember, like, because remember the whole thing was the White Rabbit, and people were saying it could have been him with the White Rabbit.
right. Oh,
Thank you for letting me know,
thank
Jeffrey.
you, Jeffrey, for that. Thank you for that correction. And and now Brian Danson is kicking the mess out of Junior in the corner like a rocket. He's channeling his inner rocket. And Brian Danson now, and he tagged in Moxley. Moxley now, what is he doing? Moxley is tough as a $2 steak. We all know that. And Moxley now, Moxley is just he's choking the man on the second rope, and he's just choking him. And Aubrey Edwards says, "Come on now, get him off the rope." I'm surprised she admonished him. That was a first. And one, two, no, then kicks out at her. And Moxley now, Yanni goes, and Yuta says, "Stretch him out." And Moxley is doing that. He's stretching out the arm. And the guy is like impervious to pain. He's like, "Yo, come on, you can do better than that." And Moxley now, and look out, Moxley now says, "Come on, slap me harder." And Moxley now with a shot to the gut. And look out. And, oh, Kamigiri in the back of the head. And he tags in Vlad Jr. And now, look out. Look out. Aubrey Evans almost got wiped out. Look out. And,
Google monster.
oh, who's a Google monster? Oh,
Jeffrey. I guess he was googling
Jeffrey.
who was in where Karrion Kross was, and
Oh,
the AAA, and then the other.
Mid American Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Oh yes, the AEW Collision will be coming to Council Bluffs, Iowa. Get ready, Martina, because that event will probably only have 100 people in the arena, and it will be completely dark. Anyway, they're going to these little towns and cities that wrestling fans have no. And
You know, speaking of which, and another thing, they need to come down south more. Have you noticed most of their stuff is West Coast and up north? They don't come down
Yes.
south very often.
Yep.
They go
right,
to like Atlanta and Texas, and that's about it. And Florida, that's
right.
about it.
Yep.
Like there's other states, there's other states.
Yeah, I mean, and they also come to New York. They also come to New Jersey and Long Island. They visit there, and they love Chicago. They
That's
love it.
Chicago. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
love that.
It,
Yeah.
the
Chicago is a
Chicago,
big one for them. They don't. I mean, they really, have they ever even been to Philly? I know they've come to Pittsburgh a couple of times because they've centered that around Britt Baker.
That's true.
They were trying to get into the Wells Fargo Center, but the Wells Fargo Center told them no because they have a relationship with the WWE,
Well, that
and they
makes
didn't
sense.
want to break that
They
they did not want to break that relationship.
They wouldn't
So,
say Wells Fargo set to 35%. I mean, there's
no, no,
they can
no.
figure, they can do a convention center, and figure that out. But yeah, I mean, like
Right,
they haven't been to Hershey. Hershey is a smaller arena.
right.
They
Haven't
and
been
that's
to, I mean, they were at State College with Collision, which the Bryce Jordan Center is a bigger arena, and they always curtain off the top
Oh,
couple
shit.
holes
mm,
of that arena anyway.
Oh,
that's part of
right.
it right there. If they came to the South, there tends to be smaller arenas. It would be a really
Yeah.
really good fit for them. I can think of about
I
4
mean,
arenas right now in North Carolina alone that would be great because they're not too
I mean,
big.
they could. Oh, one, two. I mean, even the Manhattan Center, they can do the Manhattan Center because that's very small. That they could do. That that they could do. Um, but Madison Square Garden, no, no. I
No.
don't want to see AEW in Madison Square Garden. No, they would never fill up that 19,000 seat arena.
Might
No.
as well bring back AEW Dark.
Dang. I think that was a mistake to cancel it, though. That was a mistake. I actually liked watching it on YouTube, and that also was helping them reach another audience. That was a good way to reach the casuals. It's
Yeah,
like
Right.
they
they probably canceled it because the studios in Orlando were like, "Hey, what are we doing here? What is this going to be?"
One, two.
And so they were like, "Well, if they had a performance center like NXT, boom, there you go."
Right,
Mhm.
exactly. I
That's
see
true.
what you're saying.
Give
I
AEW
see what you're
free
saying
marketing.
now.
Tony Khan has enough money to throw you a few dollars.
I know
Brandon
that's
said,
right. I know that's right, Brandon.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I could be the senior marketing director. Yeah, anyway, listen, I'll get those busted seats.
I know that's our point, Tony. Open
Oh,
your
what
wallet.
an uppercut. Right. And,
"Barely
and
anyone
look,
watches Dark."
oh,
Jeffrey said, "Barely anyone watches Dynamite."
right.
Y'all got
Um,
something. You're like, that's not a good reason. No one's watching this
and
either.
look out. Oh, down goes,
Johnson said, "The
down goes.
Yeah, I can't get behind Collision. I tried the last
Oh, for
was,
Psycho D.
when
I'm
Collision
sorry,
was
Nick, go ahead.
at early at like 7:30. I think it was like 7:58. So it was
Whoa,
minutes
whoa,
into the show. I couldn't
whoa.
I couldn't watch it. I turned it off. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do it. Can't do it.
That's how I have been with
And
Ram.
look out.
I used to tune
One,
like switch
two,
over after
three.
SmackDown.
The Combat Club are your winners here on Dynamite.
No
Mm.
surprise there.
Yeah, I can't give like that. That's why there was a report out saying Tony Khan possibly thinking of making Dynamite 3 hours. I hope that
No,
they
you
would then
can't do that. You
I
can't
hope
do
they would
that.
then cut Rampage and just do Dynamite and Collision.
Yeah, I
No,
agree.
you can't sell that because if your arena is only 60% full, you can't sell a 3 hour television show to any executive. You're not gonna get the job done. You gotta have some kind of See, this is the problem that I have with Tony Khan. Yes, he's focusing on the wrong things. Focus on what's broken and then fix that and then go forward with another thing. Don't keep going here, there, and everywhere like an octopus. You got some issues. You got some issues that you have to deal with. Deal with that first. Take care of those issues and then take care of it. And Jericho now is interrupting somebody who in catering. His name is Branch. You got to scoop it properly and put it in your plate. So he's showing him how to scoop the food right in the bowl. Oh my gosh.
Joseph said he's going to be working the show in Calgary in July. That's
Nice.
pretty cool, Joseph.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
That's cool.
Barely anyone watched Dark. Oh, that's from earlier Tuesday.
Yep.
Brandon said he can only do Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown. Any more shows per week burns me out. How do you think Earl feels, man? That's Earl on the air for them all.
It's hard for
Yes,
him.
yeah. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I will
Jeffrey
say
does TNA.
Doing
And
Collision with
it's just
Tati, I felt similarly about the same way about that show as how I felt about doing Raw with you, Earl. We made the show. Like I was having fun with her, just
right.
like I was having fun with you. The show itself was kind of like elevator music. To be real with you, it's like it's in the background.
No,
That was not.
right.
I think our commentary was the star of the show, but that's
Yep.
not good. I would
Yep.
rather be like, oh my god, hold on.
Yep.
I would rather
Well,
be like,
I'm gonna tell you this much. I do Collision. We only do it once here at the Hardcore Sports. Me and Sarah. We only do it once. And there are times where, not all the time, but there are times where the show is really highly entertaining and we get into it. But then, as of late, that balloon has been deflated. So we try to make it as entertaining as possible for the audience because we have a commitment to do and we do it. So the show may not be as highly entertaining as you would like it to be, but we're entertaining and we keep it lively at all times. And we pay attention to everyone that's in the chats.
that's true.
So that's true. And you and Tati nailed it last weekend, and I'm sure you're going to nail it this weekend with a dark arena called Collision. So anyway,
Girl, we'll try
um,
our best.
and 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 now the
Uh-oh.
acclaim wanted to talk to the elite, and the security says no, you're not allowed in their locker room. So the elite now is running the show, and they're kicking the wrestlers out. And again, this is what Tony Khan is doing. Hey, this is ridiculous.
And you know something else too that I was just thinking about, like
We're commercial. We'll be back.
tying together all these pieces. This is another point that Tati brought up because I'm not gonna lie, I completely forget about it. Ring of Honor. It's just
Yeah.
kind of hanging out there in no man's land. I forget
Yep.
about it to be 100%
Yep.
honest with you.
Yep.
It's just
I've
there.
never watched Ring of Honor regular weekly show. Never watched one of their pay per views. Just don't watch
Me
TNA.
either.
I here and there I'll see like a highlight here and there. But yeah, Ring of Honor. I mean, that's something Tony Khan can bring to the table in a streaming platform deal with like, hey, let's bring our library of AEW to Max, and then also Honor Club or whatever it is. You can scrap that and just put it onto Max and do live on Max every week and get people watching it that way,
Yep,
along with
I
Bring
all of
agree.
up
the library of
bring up the attendance first before you bring a max deal. Bring up the attendance level to the comfortable level, and then you can talk about bringing a streaming deal. Because I'm going to tell you this much. I said this before earlier in the stream. Go back and watch it. You cannot have a streaming deal if you don't have a strong attendance. You cannot do that. That is an embarrassment, not only to your company, but to you as a business person. If you can't fill up an arena 75 to 80%, you cannot have any kind of sponsorship or anything because no one's gonna look what the fans are doing. They're exposing them. The fans are exposing them. You ever see those photos on Twitter, on X? Look at those photos. Look at them on Facebook and X. How many fans have I seen already done that?
yep.
Yeah.
It's
And
embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
when Tony was asked about that, he basically just put off the question and said, "It's where the best wrestle." That's
You,
point.
Oh my
That's
God.
he
essentially
did.
what he said to being asked about what do you think about fans putting out these pictures of the empty arenas. Now I mean, there's are times where it's like people are posting them before 2 hours before the show, as soon as the gates open, and then you do see ones like where it's a collision being taped or a rampage being taped, and it's either before or after whenever they do the tapings, and it's like it's empty. Like the one with Copeland was standing in the ring and there was no one. I
I
mean,
thought
to
that
me,
was photoshopped, but it was
yeah,
real.
yeah. It's like and it's just people trying to be funny and be a troll and everything. But it's weird because why would they troll something that they're obviously there at the show? Why would they troll that and continue to hurt AEW, like Earl was saying, in getting the max deal? That could be what we're waiting on and why we haven't gotten it this far.
That's true. That's what I've been wondering too, because that's been in speculation for forever. I'm like, is that still coming? Is there a projected date on that?
Yeah, and Warner
It's
Bros. Just lost the NBA to ESPN, NBC, and Amazon. 11 years, $76 billion.
wow.
I did not
That's a
know
So
that.
lot of money.
the NBA
Wow.
isn't going to be on TNT anymore. They got rid of Inside the NBA, the big TNT show with Shaq and Charles Barkley, all those guys.
I did
Um,
not know
so it's
that.
like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like Warner Bros. Now is going to need something. They're going to need something because they just marketed, they changed everything to Max last year whenever they brought the NBA to being live on Max. They have the NHL now, but it's like, how long before the NHL says, okay, we're going to, we're done too. And then you're left with nothing in terms of live entertainment. So them
Jeez.
working with AEW would be their only option.
Oh, jeez. Well, if
So
anything,
Christian just made a deal with the young children. Um,
these pearls, these
and
pearls,
he's
and
wearing. Why is he wearing pearls?
like
Why
he's
is
in
this
a
man
head,
wearing pearls?
like he's
A
in a
grown man wearing pearls.
they
I can't. I can't. I.
Well, one way that I could see the NBA leaving TNT being an advantage to them, it is also hurting them that the schedule's not consistent. Like some weeks they have Rampage, some weeks they don't. Sometimes we have
Yep.
Collision on Saturday, sometimes it's at 6:30. Like if
Yep.
they could stop having to reschedule due to the NBA, that might help them. So that could
Yeah.
be an upside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here comes Tony Storm. Tony Storm is coming out with Maya May or whatever. And she keeps dressing up like Tony Storm. That's getting old now.
Tony is good at dodging legitimate questions. He always goes around it. That's like the one
Yeah.
back during the one pay-per-view when Jericho was under fire from the allegations that they threw at him, and Tony Khan put on Tony Storm's hat and was looking like a complete goofball and had the hat on and everything. And then someone asked him about Jericho, and he just froze with the hat on and froze for a minute and said, I firmly believe that AEW is the safest place for the wrestlers in and out in the ring and in the locker room, and I'll put that on my name and blah blah blah, and then continues
Oh
wearing.
my gosh.
It's like what are we what are we doing? Like the inmates are running the asylum.
Yeah, it
It made
is.
people were I saw the comments, people were saying like it made him look like he just didn't care. I don't
Yeah,
think that was his intention, but that's what it looked like. Like it looked
exactly.
like oh, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Who cares? This
Now
isn't
and now
serious.
his thing is we're the best wrestle.
Yeah, but that's just ridiculous. I mean, come on, yeah. I mean, that line is old. Go fix your attendance. Fix your dang attendance,
Earl is
please.
like,
And
get people in the building.
I was like, enough already with this crap. Enough already.
I do think that they do need to stop. I know what they were trying to do with the whole like sports entertainment versus professional wrestling. It's like you know what they were trying to do, but I don't
Oh,
think it's helping them. Like
Yeah,
at this point, it doesn't matter why people are watching you. Just get people watching you. Who cares? Just
exactly,
let them watch.
exactly.
Don't
Like
alienate people
oh,
unnecessarily.
I remember when I first started watching AEW and Jericho would come out and say the AEW Galaxy, like the
oh, bro. Mm.
sports entertainers versus professional wrestlers. Like
Yep.
it was
Mariah.
for 2 years into AEW, but now it's like, are you going to continue in year 12 to
Look out.
continue to take shots at WWE and say that you're the competition and you're the competitor and you're the secondary, or not
And
the
you're
second,
the alternative. Or you're the alternative. You
but you're
know,
to try to be like them. So
Yep.
what are we doing?
and
Yep.
Soraya now is on the floor. And
Yep.
another thing too is I want to bring up, and I want to piggyback off of what Martina was talking about, the performance center. Another thing too is when you're injured and you come back from your injury, you got no place to train. You got no place to train. You got to go to your own gym and go train and bring yourself back to the roster. When the WWE has their performance center and the wrestlers are injured and
Yep.
they come back, they want to wash off the ring rust. They go to the performance center and they train. AEW doesn't have that. They don't have that.
Well, look at what
So
he said about whenever he got hurt, and AEW didn't help him set up his surgery. They didn't. He said that they didn't pay for it. He said that they didn't help him with rehabbing his injury, and he did all that. He set it all up, paid for it, everything,
oh,
all on his own.
who was that? Who was that, Nick?
CM Punk.
Oh my god.
I do remember him saying that. It's just such a
That was-
shock to hear again. Like,
That was,
dang.
yep, all on with his sit down with Ariel Helwani. So he really threw everything out there, but he did all of that in a way where it wasn't just continuously taking a shot.
But you know something? I'm glad that you brought that up because I remember something. I remember an interview. Tony Khan says that he was the one that paid for Punk's rehab and everything else. So now Nick is telling me that that's not the case. So he lied in the interview. He lied to save face. He lied to save face. Oh, so that's what he was doing. Because everybody was like trying to hang on to that, and then we're like, well, is that true? Do you do that to your wrestler? Oh, okay. So he lied. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Damn.
happening is we've gotten away from watching Dynamite and calling the action of Dynamite to just roasting Tony Khan.
Pretty
Right.
much. Pretty
and we're
much.
in picture mode. And we'll be back in a nanosecond. Soraya now is in the ring and she's taking on Mariah May. And the crowd is dead and dry, as Martina would say. The crowd is dry, and this match should be booked in the library. Anyway, anyway, and Soraya, is getting tossed back in the ring. And when she covers her, one, two, no. Mariah May kicks out at her.
As
Well,
Punk said whenever he came back to Collision, tell me when I'm telling lies. That is
Might-
100% true. And it's
Right.
funny because he's up nearing 700 days as the real world champion. So he never lost his AEW real world championship.
Right.
Now
And
it's the real
Soraya
world.
now, right. And Soraya now, where the knee lifts um, to Mariah May, and she's coming back in the ring. And what is this? Soraya now is stalking Mariah May, and she got her foot on the throat in the corner, and the referee Paul Turner is telling her to get her out of the corner. She would have been disqualified on 5. Don't forget a programming note. I'll be back in 24 hours with a wrestling experience. The wrestling experience will happen tomorrow night at 7:30. And don't forget, next Thursday, Nick and he's got the roundup. Mac the Giants fan will be on the wrestling experience. Nick and Mac, ladies and gentlemen, no, that's not a TV dish. Those are passionate wrestling fans, and you're gonna watch the wrestling experience. And now we're back from picture in picture. Mac and Nick will be on the wrestling experience next Thursday, and we're gonna have fun with that telecast. And Soraya, oh, and I believe Martina, you're gonna be taking some time off next week, so Martina will not be here next Wednesday night for Dynamite.
That's
Me and Nick will be taking over AEW Dynamite next week. It'll be me and Nick. Me and
That's
Nick. Yes.
But
Turning into brawl out.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'll still be on Queen of the Rings
Oh,
on Tuesday,
right.
and I'll still be at Clash at the Castle, that review,
Right. Right.
and I'll still be there for Monday Night Raw. So you still see me
Oh,
3 times.
right.
Or no, that's a lie, not Raw. That's a lie.
Debut Clash of the Castle is the debut of us doing separate streams. Team Earl on the network's YouTube channel, and then my team on the Facebook. So that'll be fun. We can kind of do the team, the ones.
Island of relevancy. The ones, exactly. We the ones. We the ones.
Exactly. No. You go stay in that island. We're gonna have fun on the other island. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going. I'm kidding.
The Bloodline Effect is Friday, right?
That's right.
Friday,
That's what it
right?
was. I knew there was
The Bloodline Effect.
That's
Right.
what it is. Yep. Queen of the Ring, Clash of the Castle, and the Bloodline Effect. So you can still see me 3 times next to get your Martina
Right.
fix.
That's right. And the Queens of the Ring will be available next Tuesday night. The ladies will be introducing you to the new way we do things, and we're gonna have fun with that next Tuesday night. Also now now the Hardcore Sports is now on TikTok. We are now on TikTok. And we're also on Spotify. You can watch the Hardcore Sports on Spotify. And remember, follow them on Twitch at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on Instagram at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on TikTok at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on X at Hardcore Sports. And of course, follow them on Twitter as well. And of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that like button. Hit the like button on Martina's channel. Hit the like button on Nick's channel. Hit the like button on Hardcore Sports. Hit the like button on my channel. And we hope that you're great Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, or Wednesday evening here at the Hardcore Sports Network.
Hey, Mitch, my bad. I thought he was gonna say the Spotify, but he switched it up and got me with TikTok. So we need a TikTok. We need a TikTok banner now, I guess. I'm trying here, Mitch. I'm trying.
He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job, Mitch. Come on.
If you did not hear it, it is Hardcore Sports.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a mouthful what I just said. Anyway,
Has HSN made it to the smart fridge yet? That could come in handy. That's coming soon.
Right. And now is she gonna time? Is she gonna time?
Jeffrey, I was gonna say something about this because did y'all see that last week or maybe the week before, Saraya tweeted?
And that's it. Saraya wins the match. Saraya's your winner.
Oh.
And Toni Storm is taking off her shoe and she slips on the wet floor. And she comes in the ring.
We got switched around. Hello, Earl. You're on the bottom now. Hello.
What the heck?
We lost you and then you came right back in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's StreamYard, folks.
He has a mind of his own.
So anyway, this beatdown is going on in the ring with these ladies, and who's coming out? And here comes Nina. Here comes Nina now. She's in the ring. Oh, what a back fist. Oh, what a right hand. And now she's helping Mariah May and Toni Storm now. And now they're bumping chest. They're bumping chest to chest. And Mariah makes a stop. Oh, what kind of creepy thing is this? What is this? Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna describe what I just saw. We need to go to commercial.
Did Toni get some new ink? Because I've never seen that tattoo on her right shin before, or right calf.
I don't know.
The one that she got during the Deonna Purrazzo feud about their connection.
Maybe it is. It just looks bigger. I don't remember it being that big. It takes up almost her whole calf now. If they would put the
How
camera
does she? She announced a tattoo. A tattoo.
A tattoo.
That's a tattoo.
tattoo.
No,
It's
a
fine.
tattoo. No, tattoo. That's how she sounds. A tattoo.
They're spending too much time on this end of this segment. They could have cut that
And
out.
here comes Jericho again. Now he's interrupting private party.
Oh, they had. Is that Shakira that came out from? If I don't even know if I'm saying that right, from New Japan. And then they looked up at the Tron there, and the graphic is for Tony's match at Forbidden Door.
I
Right.
think her name is Mina or Nina.
Mina.
Graphic,
Mina.
Okay.
huh? The graphic was.
Unless the graphic was wrong. That's what I thought it said. She's from Stardom.
Yes, she is.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
up next is the Dynamite main event. Roderick Strong will take on Swerve Strickland.
Talk about bosom buddies. John Ross Sapp just
Oh,
tweeted, "Where the breast wrestle."
oh, jeez. By the way, Sean Ross Sapp did block me on Twitter.
Did he really?
Yes, he
I'm
did.
blocked, I'm blocked from Fightful, so I mean,
Ah,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah,
Adam
well,
Adam Pierce blocked me. Like, if you haven't been blocked, are you even living? Like, what are you even doing?
that is
and that is official. We'll be back with more of the Dynamite main event if you keep it fair. Don't forget, we're gonna when we say before we say goodnight, I'm gonna ask my parents for their letter grade and their final thoughts on this Dynamite tonight. It's been a chock full of an evening. Um,
They, I have something to say. Um, since
yes, Martina, go ahead.
this is the how do I put this, the Dynamite improvement plan episode. We're putting them on a PIP.
Mm,
If y'all know what a PIP is, a performance improvement plan. They're
mm,
something that they're okay. This is gonna sound kind of mean, but they're okay. So the same thing that, like, a lot of people said that Goldberg was doing in WWE, how he kept popping up and kept winning, and people were like, he needs to go sit down, he's retired, just leave. Jericho is doing that same thing. We've seen him
mm.
about 4 times tonight. We did not need to see him 4 times. Do y'all think we needed to see him all these times?
nah.
No, no. And the thing is that he's not in the match. He's not in anything. He's just there's random segments of him rambling on about life and want to give advice and all that. We don't need to see that. You've already said it already. You're overkilling the gimmick now. You're overkilling it and you're overselling it. And that is something I'm going to discuss tomorrow night on the Wrestling Experience. Yeah, it's not it's enough. It's enough. Um, a programming note, everyone. We're going to be back with the Wrestling Experience tomorrow. And then we're going to have Friday Night SmackDown. Nick is returning to Friday Night SmackDown. And me and Nick will have Friday Night SmackDown this Friday on Fox. This Friday on Fox. We're getting closer and closer to the Clash of the Castle. And as Nick brilliantly said, we're going for the first time ever, we're going to have Team A and Team B. Team A will take over the YouTube channel, and Team B will take over the Facebook channel. So we're going to have Martina and Nick, and of course they're going to be doing Team Facebook, and I'm going to have Team YouTube. And by the way, I am celebrating my 11th year here on YouTube. So thank you so much for that, and thank you all so much for that. It'll be me. It'll be Mitch. It will be Mac the Giant, and it will be Sarah and Denise. We will bring you the Clash of the Castle next Saturday afternoon at 1:15. We go on the air at 1:15. So don't forget, that is the Clash of the Castle And of course, Martina and Nick will be on the Facebook side, and they will bring you that telecast as well. And they're going to do it like nobody's business. I'm sure the two of them have never worked together, and it'll be the first time. So I'm sure Nick and Martina will kill it on that telecast. So make sure you give them the love and give them the sub, because if not, both of them will make you snap, tap on that. And I'm not responsible for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Brian Danielson is cutting a promo. Brian Danielson is becoming the Natalia of AEW, putting people over. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brian, that tape
Yeah.
was not a good color choice. Looks like he's bleeding.
That's what I said too. And then when the camera's on him now, I thought his ends were red. Like, remember how Jimmy Uso's hair was at one point?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so the tips of his hair are red, but no, it's just still that doggone tape. Someone take that red tape away from him.
And Brian Danielson says that he's going for the Owen Hart Cup tournament. So Brian Danielson says one more time. So Brian Danielson is going to retire from wrestling, and yeah,
I was just thinking that. I
yeah,
was just going to ask that because Wrestle Dream has been confirmed for Seattle in
yeah,
Washington at the Climate Pledge Arena. So are we thinking they're going to center that around Danielson and that be
yeah,
his set?
yeah. I think that's going to be his swan song, Nick. I think that's going to be it. He doesn't have any more gas in the tank. He already said it. He's going to try to be in the Owen Hart Cup tournament. He's going to try and do it one more time, and we'll see. We will see what happens
That is Wrestle Dream on Saturday, October 12th in Tacoma, Washington.
at the Tacoma Dome.
Oh, that's right. That's
Uh,
right. The last
the
one was at
Tacoma,
that's right.
right. This is in the Tacoma Dome. Um, Roderick Strong is coming down with the undisputed Boring Kingdom. And
Without Wardlow. I got to throw that in
right.
there. Without Wardlow.
Matt Taven.
Until they his muscle, because that's all that he's good for, right?
No.
Oh,
He's so
oh,
good.
jeez.
I don't look him right. I'll never forgive you, Tony. You'll pay for your crimes. He's so much better.
And the referee in this contest is Aubrey Edwards. Aubrey, Danny Davis Edwards, who don't see a lick. All this nefarious cheating, and she have no idea what's going. Oh yeah, that's Sarah's favorite referee. She just loves Aubrey Edwards. And here comes Swerve Stricker. Come on, Martina, do the Prince Nana. Do the Prince. Come on, Nick and Martina. Do the Prince Nana. Here we go. Nana. Come on, Martina. Come on. Do it, Martina. Do it.
The reason why I don't like it, I'm sorry, he's a champion now. He's supposed to be tough. He's supposed to be rough and tough. You can't be dancing as a rough and tough champion. No.
And Prince Nana is doing it, and the crowd is doing it. So if the crowd can do it, Martina, you can do it too. Come on, Martina, do it.
Prince Nana also has a cup of the bubbly, I think.
I think you're right. I think so.
And Swerve Stricker's coming up with that fur coat.
He's got his Cruella DeVille, Cruella DeVille fur.
And remember, he's smiling with those grills in his mouth, as MJF said earlier. Roderick Strong wants to be the world champion. He wants to walk out of Colorado with 2 belts.
I agree with you, Jeffrey. Man, if you could do gifts on here, it'd be over. I would love it.
Oh,
Gifts are my
that would
love
What is
language.
what did Jeffrey say?
He said he wishes that YouTube had a GIF option. You know, the little moving pictures. Those are my love language. I use them nonstop. Texting, Discord.
fantastic.
We
There would
absolutely.
be
I love
there
that.
would be some good ones. I
Yeah.
I can just imagine it.
Swerve Strickland now is in the audience. And Strickland now, Aubrey Evans is asking for the belt. And she's showing it to Roderick Strong.
Ward who? I don't even know him anymore.
Don't know who. That's a good question, Jeffrey.
Don't mention it. They do him so dirty. I can't.
Is Adam
Who,
Cole
Wardlow?
Yeah. They do Wardlow so dirty. I hate it. Is Adam Cole
Eventually
there?
it's got to turn into what they're doing with Braun Breaker and just have him just turn everyone inside out with his with just
All right.
making him an absolute monster.
I agree.
Right.
I completely agree. Ain't
And
those
the match is underway. The bell is rung, and the match is underway.
in,
Collarbone tie-up in the middle of the ring.
speaking of people
And go ahead, Marty. I'm sorry.
no, I'm sorry. Speaking of people we don't see, and here's Roderick Strong. Where is his wife, Marina Shafir? We haven't seen her in a long time. She was around.
She has a dispute with Tony Khan, and she refused to be on television.
Oh,
Um,
I did not know that.
yes, she has a problem, and
Oh,
it's
really?
not being addressed. And I believe she's going to be the next one to leave AEW, like four others have. Um, and what a shot to the gut! I told you early in the stream in the Tony Khan address, he turns his phone off when people have a problem. He don't listen to people.
But wait a minute, weren't we supposed to hear from him?
Huh?
Wasn't he supposed to be speaking? Weren't we supposed to hear from him?
No, not tonight. No,
No, it was
no.
Earl giving the address about Tony Khan.
Oh,
Right,
I
right.
misunderstood. I thought it was another one of his big announcements. I was
Yeah.
like, where's
No,
that?
no, 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 Martina.
Him probably
It's
announce
nice.
on Twitter that he has a big announcement, and then come on
Right.
and waste his time, and then announce that next week they're going to announce his announcement.
Announce the announcement for the announcement.
Exactly.
You see, you see,
It's
it's
about All In.
right. It's almost like that saying goes, you know what I know, but you don't want to know what I know. But then you really want to know what I know, but then you don't know what I know, but then you want to know what I know. But then everyone wants to know, but then you don't. So anyway, I digress.
Going back to the gift thing, that right now I'm the scene in The Hangover when they're walking down into the casino and all the math is going all over the place.
Yeah.
That's me right now, that one, Earl.
Yep. Oh, you're talking about Marina's promo?
Nina,
Oh, yes.
Nina,
I
Nina
thought
will be taking on Serena Deeb this Friday on Rampage.
that promo, I definitely I thought that was a joke. Like I thought they were I was like, oh, this is they're just joking, they're just messing with us. Because she was like, yeah, you don't know me. Then she was like, you know me. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Sometimes
Yeah,
scripted
AEW
promos are
Fight Forever is on PlayStation or is coming to PlayStation Network or their PlayStation's version of Game Pass, like what Xbox has. But yeah, so they are
And Roderick Strong
taking it away.
and Swerve Strickland is kicking the leg of Roderick Strong. Oh, and a shot to the gut.
I was gonna
And
ask,
what a shot!
has anyone here played Fight Forever? Do y'all like it? I haven't played it.
No. Nope.
I never played it. Oh, Sternum first into. I don't have a gaming system. Swerve Strickland. Oh, come on. Matt Taven now from the rope, and he's interfering. Oh, no. And he pushes the legs of Swerve Strickland. Roderick Strong now. What is this? Oh, and he's chopping Swerve Strickland. What is this? Oh, back first on the top rope, and Swerve Strickland is down. And look at these jumping beans on the floor, jumping up and down in Swerve Strickland's face. Aubrey Evans should toss these two guys out of here, but we all know that she don't see crap, so that's not gonna happen. That's just not. Oh, 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 and now Swerve Strickland is on the floor. And what Roderick Strong don't know, Swerve Strickland, and he chops Swerve Strickland right in front of the dynamite table. And look out! Roderick Strong's face first into the ring post. And look out, Matt Taven, and we're going to picture in picture. And thank you, Nick, for that reaction to the stream. I'm getting that little. We're in picture mode, and we'll be back with more action. Don't forget this Saturday night, Tati and Martina will bring you Collision, the Dark Arena version of Collision. So please tune in for that telecast and make sure that you give them the love and the subs. We greatly appreciate it. Brandon, what is your comment?
Aubrey attended the very prestigious Helen Keller School of Officiating.
It is so funny, man.
It's true, Brandon. It's true. Aubrey Evans can't see a dang thing, and that is
Sarah.
And that is why we call her Aubrey Danny Davis. And now Swerve Strickland is on the floor, and Roderick Strong is in the ring, and when he covers Swerve, 1, 2, no, Swerve Strickland kicks out at 2.
I just wanted to say something real quick. Remember we were talking earlier about Wardlow. So I do find it interesting that MJF is doing this whole wolf thing now, because that's definitely Wardlow's thing. Like, we got the merch. Oh, sorry, with the green screen. You got the merch with the Burberry print over the wolf's face. And so Wardlow tweeted, he said he no names. He wants to be a 6'3", 270-pound monster athlete so bad. Now stealing my whole identity. Call yourself the lone wolf all you want. You're still just a female anatomy that I squash like nothing. Almost feel bad for the little boy, but the disrespect has gone too far for too long. He's not wrong. He's not
wrong.
He didn't lie.
I love
We're
it.
going. I love it.
That Wardlow coming to MJF, but I also love whenever MJF came back. He was tuning, like he did the Wolf of Wall Street. That's what the Wolf of Wrestling that they're going with. And his I'm not effing leaving. That was great. But Wardlow is, I think that's gonna respark that feud.
I think so too.
And we're back with
Cole and MJF.
Right.
I
we're
agree.
back.
Because you're right, it's like wolves for different reasons. Because MJF is like corporate wolf, but Wardlow's like a wolf for real, like tear you apart.
Yeah.
Physical wolf.
Yeah. And I look out, and he went, oh, what a shot in the gut. And look out, Swerve Strickland now is up. Fireman's carry. What's this? Oh, down goes Roderick Strong. And wow. Swerve now is getting his second win. And what is this? Roderick Strong and Prince Nana is just trying to look out Strong. Oh, Sternum first. Oh, what a back elbow. And Swerve Strickland now is on the top rope. Oh, and a back elbow right in the back.
Yeah, he's pulling a Drew McIntyre.
It's a clever strategy though, because I guess he says, look, if Tony Khan won't put me on TV, I'm gonna tweet my way to TV. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Jeffrey,
Oh,
he tweeted but can't be on TV. LOL.
Yeah, it worked for
oh.
Drew.
And
For
look
5
out.
minutes, 48
Oh.
seconds.
Oh, okay, now we're going. Now we're poking the bear. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
That's what I do best.
hold on. Yes, McIntyre. Yes. Yeah. He's almost done with the stream. You could talk to him after that. Okay, no problem. Um,
I love
and
Drew though. I'm rooting for Drew.
and 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 Swerve Strickland now, he's got Roderick Strong. And what is this? What is this? And oh, come on, the Kingdom again. And look at one, two, no. Roderick Strong and kicks out. Oh, and he chopped the leg. And what is this? No. Oh, down he goes. One, two, no. No. Roderick Strong kicks out at 2.
Earl, someone is watching from your channel from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh,
Hello.
well, good day. How are you? Thank you, Melbourne. Thank you so much for watching on my channel. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. By the way, if you all don't know this, and you probably don't, most of my streams, people watch my show from Mumbai, India, London, England, and now Australia. So thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. As
Mr.
far as
Worldwide.
Strickland, yeah. And look, Swerve Strickland. Oh, come on, the Kingdom. Come on, Aubrey Edwards, do your job and toss these two clowns out of here. What is this now? Oh, and Swerve Strickland the back of his head on the edge of the ring apron. Holy cow! Holy cow! And Roderick Strong being tossed in, and he covers. 1, 2, Swerve Strickland kicks out at 2. Don't forget, as soon as this show is done, we are going to give you our final letter grade, and we're going to give our final thoughts on the show. And again, we want to thank Martina and Nick for their time tonight. They were absolutely fabulous. They killed it as always. And it's always fun having these guys around. And it's always a testament of what we do here at the Hardcore Sports. And we're so glad that Martina is here with us. We're so glad that we have Denise and we have Sarah. We have everyone in everyone. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And again, what a forearm. And Roderick Strong now is just and they're just teeing off on one another. Oh, what a right! Oh, and a kick! And look out! Oh, oh. And what did Brandon say?
He said it's bad when certain fans they show on camera look tougher than the wrestlers. And I agree.
Wow.
There was a dude on the front row that looked like a Hell's Angels biker or something. He definitely has a
we
Harley.
are in Colorado. And look out. Oh, Swerve Strickland kicks out at 2. Oh, and what a foot to the face. 1, 2, no. Swerve Strickland kicks out at 2. Near fall after near fall after near fall. And Swerve Strickland still survives. Oh, as I said, Swerve Strickland is tough like a $2 steak. He ain't quitting. Not today, not tomorrow, not anytime soon. And Prince Nana is trying to wheel Swerve Strickland to get up. And the Kingdom is stalking Prince Nana. And what is this? What was it? What was that?
He said these two are great, Martina and the other bloke. I'm sure he means Nick.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And look out. Oh, and a kick in the face. Roderick Strong. Oh, and he stomped on him. Down goes Roderick Strong. Down he goes. And what is this? What is this now? Roger Strowman tossed back in. Swerve comes back in. And what's this? What's this? What is this? Whose house? Swerve's house. And no, he missed. And look out. Oh, no, no, he's got him. No. Strong. Oh, that's it. One, two, three. Swerve retains the title. Here on Dynamite.
No surprise there.
As he should.
Right.
Yeah. I've missed that, Nick. That phrase. I missed it. And
Nick,
and and
Nick, did you
Prince
see what Mitt
Nana
said?
is. I swerve when I drive. This old lady said in the audience. Who
Hunter
has
knows.
a? Huh. Mitch,
Yep.
what was your comment?
To check the group chat, he sent the group chat.
Oh, okay. Um. All right, and we're almost done with Dynamite, and this is going to do it. Swerve Strickland is your winner on Dynamite. And the Forbidden Door, and they're raising a granny's hand, and they're dancing with the woman, the old lady in the audience, and she's doing the swerve. Come on, Martina, you gotta do it. Come on, no, no. Come on, Martina and Nick, do the swerve, do the Prince Nana as we close Dynamite. And that is how Dynamite goes off the air. So, thank you all so much for your time and energy. But before we go, it's time for our letter grade. And I'm going to go to Nick first. Nick, please give me your letter grade and your final thoughts on AEW Dynamite.
It was solid. Nothing too crazy or insane. There wasn't any shenanigans or anything. I don't believe in any of the matches or anything
No.
like that. So, um,
Mhm.
not that we were. I mean, trying to pay attention to it, given that we were roasting Tony Khan for this week. But it started off hot with MJF. So that was fun and exciting. But it was average. So C plus or B minus, give or take. I can do either.
Which one are you leaning towards, the C or the D?
Uh, C plus B minus. But I
Oh, okay.
mean, because MJF was back, I'll say B minus.
Okay. Martina, what do you think? Mm,
So I feel similarly about the way I feel about Raw about this show. Very predictable. There were no matches where the outcome was anything other than what we thought it was going to be. We
Yep.
called it. I said this about Raw. I try to be fair. I don't like meaningless title defenses. We know no one's losing the title on Dynamite. I don't think we need to do now. I don't think there's anything wrong with building feuds and storytelling,
Yep.
but I just think constantly defending the title on Dynamite and Collision, I just don't think it's necessary. Um, so I don't like the meaningless title defenses when we know no one's losing. And I do like MJF being back, but I'm gonna say it now. Yeah, y'all know I love heels, but I will say I think they need to add a new dimension to his promos because he has been cutting the same structure of promo. He's like a heel Cody Rhodes. He's been doing the same structure of promo for 5 years, except the heel
Yep.
version. He
Yep.
doesn't cry, he just cusses and yells. And that's fine. But I want him, you know what I mean? Like I want, and I guess maybe that's what they're trying to do. He does have a new look. I'll give him that. He's got new gear with the leather jacket. So I do like that. Because I do like MJF, but I would just like to see a little bit more heelness from him. Like I know he went face, but I know he can be a different kind of heel too, if that makes sense. Like I think they need to add a little bit more dimension to his promos. But I like this feud with Roosh because it is good to kind of bring up someone I don't think they've ever feuded before. So I like that. I do think it's not just rehashing. But it is kind of interesting that they didn't really, unless I missed it, I didn't hear them say where Adam Cole is because he calls him out at Double or Nothing, but I don't think we've seen them interact since. So they kind of left that hanging. So I wish they would have better explained like why this isn't with Adam Cole. Why do we get Roosh instead of Adam Cole?
Yeah.
And then the ladies match, I feel for the ladies because I do feel like they're trying. I do feel like they're putting on good matches. They look great. They're doing a good job, but the crowd is just so dry. I said this before that sometimes I think people always say that WWE pumps in crowd noise. Sometimes you should pump in crowd noise because I feel bad for these ladies. Like they're trying to put on a show, but the crowd is not it. So I would give it a C.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give this show a B minus. The show gets a B minus. It was latent with too much predictability, too much Jericho segments, too much Jericho segments. We could have done without. Once was enough. You didn't need to do that. The ladies match, I thought that was. See, here's the problem that I have, and I've said this many times over. When you have something that's on a potential or on the cusp of good and the audience doesn't get invested in it, it takes the fun out of the match. It takes the fun element out of the match and it takes the entertainment level out of the match. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. But in any event, the match was okay. But the crowd, like Martina said, was very dry, like white wine, and it was just not good, not good at all. So the main event was all right. I had no problem with the main event, but like Martina said, this should have been a non-title match. I would have more prefer a non-title match with Roderick Strong versus the title because, as Martinez said brilliantly, the title was not going to go anywhere. You knew it was not going anywhere, and I understand you got to put Swerve Strickland on TV because he's the champion. Can't make him go off TV and make the title irrelevant. So
No
you
one
got to
can do
have him on
that.
TV. Yeah, I'll salute him another way. But in any event, um, yeah, so this show gets a B minus for me. There's a lot of hits and a lot of misses. There are things that I could have did without, and there was things that could have been more improved. But anyway, that's gonna do it. That is going to just do a bow and put a bow on this dynamite. I want to thank Nick. I want to thank Martina for their time and energy in tonight's show. You guys were entertaining. And thanks to everyone in the chat, including our friend in Australia. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's telecast. I greatly appreciate it. Now, remember, as I said, tomorrow night is the wrestling experience. You need to tune in to tomorrow night's telecast. And Brandon, thank you so much for your time and energy. Um, so again, we want to wish you all a very happy Wednesday evening, the rest of the Wednesday evening, and I want to wish Martina and Nick a great Thursday. And of course, my name is O, and I'll be back tomorrow night for the wrestling experience. There it is, the wrestling experience with me and Sarah. Me and Sarah will return with the wrestling experience, and that's tomorrow night at 7:30. Until then, I'm Martina and Nick. No, we're not lawyers. We're passionate wrestling fans, and you're gonna watch the wrestling experience. I'm old ladies and gentlemen saying so long from ringside from all of us here at the Hardcore Sports.